The movie begins with a swordsman named Walong. Walong is popular because he managed to defeat several other warriors in battle. Once upon a time, Walong's fight was with the master of the Broken Soul Cliff clan, but the battle was again won by Walong and everyone in the Broken Soul Cliff clan died. Apparently, the fight with the Broken Soul Cliff clan was his last fight before he went into exile without anyone knowing the reason behind it. Several years later, the Raksa clan came from the west to the central mainland to look for Walong to kill him. According to rumors, Walong founded a town called Longman Town in. One night, a man named Tian was seen being treated by a group of brothers around him in a tent. The group of brothers treated Tian by using a heated knife and stabbing it into his chest. Tian was a member of the Qin Cheng clan. He told them that everyone in his clan had died. Before everyone died, a master from the King Xing clan met Walong before he went into exile. One of them then went outside the tent to look for firewood for lighting. He is known as the sixth brother. When he went to get firewood, he saw someone's hand spreading powder nearby. Apparently, the powder is useful for hypnotizing someone. The sixth brother then inhaled the powder, and he was surprised by the presence of a beautiful woman who was suddenly nearby. The woman then came closer to him and whispered to ask about the location of the city of Longmen. The woman's name was Mao Lao. Mao Lao approached the tent filled with people earlier to hear their conversation more clearly. The brothers did seem to be discussing the city of Longmen. However, suddenly they smelled a strange smell around them, and they immediately covered their noses to protect themselves. Suddenly, Mao Lao attacked them with a sharp object in her hand. Unexpectedly, another woman named Luo Xiaoman appeared, then attacked Mao Lao with her sword. The battle only lasted for a moment before Luo finally left them. A colleague appeared from behind Mao Lao saying that the woman was the manager of the Longman Town Inn and was also Lao Yunyang's daughter. Meanwhile, in a desert, two people are riding their horses. They were Luo and her older brother, Hun. They do not know that three brothers are stalking them and intend to rob Luo and Hun. The three brothers were Wei Pingan, So, and Do. Suddenly, troops from the Raksa clan appeared unexpectedly from the sand and blocked Luo and attacked her. Not long after, the young master of the giant clan named Wuji and his female bodyguard appeared on horseback. Hun orders Luo to go to Longman Town Inn while he stays there to confront them. Hun then tries to attack Wuji's bodyguards, but apparently, the bodyguard is not an ordinary human. She broke his sword blade barehanded and turned to attack him. And when Hun got back up, the woman guard again attacked him by sticking a poison needle into his body. The next attack was launched by Wuji and caused the death of Hun. Wuji apparently has the super ability to be able to hear from a long distance. He then realized the existence of Pingan and his friends. Pingan and his friends were caught by Wuji and Wuji ordered his guards to kill them. Wei and his friends were scared and asked for forgiveness, but at that moment, Wuji saw the mark on Pingan's chest. He then asked if he wanted to join the Raksa clan. Wuji then ordered Pingan to go to the Longman Town Inn, which was 30 miles from where they were, and gave him 7 days to get there. He then took Pingan's friends as hostages so that he would do his bidding. He also ordered Pingan to set off fireworks after he arrived at the Longman Town Inn. Meanwhile, a man appears to be sitting at a bar located at the gate of the Longman Town Inn. The man's name was He Sheng. He Sheng looks to look around. From behind the door, a judge named Wu Sheng appeared. He Sheng then asked Wu Sheng if he could meet the Walong warrior. Suddenly, a woman on the second floor answered their conversation and said that He Sheng did not deserve to meet Walong. The woman's name was Yuanian. Wu Sheng learns that He Sheng is an emissary from the Raksa clan disguised as his son. He then continued that He Sheng doesn't need to pretend to be his son. He Sheng then tried to run away from Wu Sheng, but he lost quickly so Wu Sheng could easily kill him. Meanwhile, Pingan was resting in another place when he found Luo lying down. He then prepared medicines to be given to her. However, when he was preparing the drugs, Luo suddenly pointed a knife at Pingan. At the same time, the Raksa clan was approaching from a distance. They had no choice but to hide underwater to avoid the clan. While hiding, Pingan realized that Luo was out of breath, making him give her artificial respiration. The night came, they made a bonfire to warm themselves. Pingan then asked Luo to take him to the Longman Town Inn. Luo then said Longman Town Inn only accepted people who wanted revenge against the giant clan. Pingan is still trying to persuade Luo to take him because Longman Town Inn is a beautiful place, and he can get asylum there. The next day, Luo found Pingan in a helpless condition. Apparently, while doing rescue by giving artificial respiration yesterday, Pingan accidentally inhaled the poison in Luo's body. Luo then made a stretcher and took Pingan to the Longman Town Inn. She carried Pingan's body with all her might under the hot sun in the desert. When carried on a stretcher, Pingan's fireworks, given by Wuji, fell. Pingan then woke up in a room at the Longman Town Inn. It turned out that he was in one of the rooms in the bar where Wu Sheng was staying. He then heard someone talking outside the room. They were discussing that Pingan should be killed because he was suspected of being a spy for the Raksa clan. Then he heard Luo's voice defending him and preventing him from being killed. They then gave the decision to Wusheng. A few moments later, Pingan was seen sitting at a table in the room. A man appeared to give him a drink, and Pingan, who was really thirsty, drank it without hesitation. Wusheng then sat across from him to watch Pingan's movements. Meanwhile, on the second floor, Luo and Yuanyan were observing their interactions. Luo told Yuanyan that she was adamant about not killing someone who had helped her. Wusheng then took the horses to attack Pingan, but the attack was stopped by Luo. Pingan then returned to his room to look for the fireworks that Wuji had given him. He began worrying for his friend's safety and only had 7 days. Luo then gave Pingan food and money for him to leave Longman Town in. Meanwhile, from a distance, it appears Wusheng along with a man and a woman are planning to kill Pingan after he leaves the Longman Town inn. But Pingan insists on not leaving the city because he falls in love with Luo. When Pingan was about to confess his feelings to Luo, suddenly, a man appeared playing his flute. The man's name is Duo, a guy who likes Luo. Luo apparently doesn't like Duo and she decides to go back to her bar. Yuanyan, who had been listening to their conversation, allowed Pingan to stay in this city on the condition that he could work their bar. In the evening, Wusheng and 2 others apparently had another way to drive Pingan out of the city. They keep an eye on him not to do anything suspicious. Not only that, they made Pingan uncomfortable in the bar so he immediately left the city. One night, a drunk man came in even though the bar was closed. This drunk man was surprised to see the marks on Pingan's body. He also accidentally overheard Pingan's conversation about wanting to learn Kung Fu. When Pingan came out of the room, this drunk old man offered to teach him Kung Fu, but Pingan did not believe in this old man's ability. He then continued his activities. Meanwhile, Wuji is currently being punished by his father for failing to obtain information regarding the Longman Town inn. The scene returns to the drunk man who previously came to the bar and was given the nickname the Drunk God. Apparently, Pingan agreed to learn Kung Fu with him, and he started practicing Kung Fu day and night. After a few days of practicing Kung Fu, Pingan began to practice his skills in his daily life. He then wrote a love letter to Luo to show how much he loved her. Before the drunk god left, he gave a Kung Fu book to Pingan and Pingan continued his Kung Fu lessons with the book. He trains consistently, and thanks to his persistence, his abilities improved drastically. One day, the drunk god left a message along with the missing fireworks. In fact, Pingan invites Luo out that day. He showed Luo the firefly he had caught but suddenly, he fainted. Pingan wakes up in a room and puts on the clothes Luo gave him. He then remembered his friend, who was currently being held hostage. That day Pingan was officially accepted as a member of the Longman Town inn. He spent lunch with Wusheng, Luo, Yuanyan and the others, and they said that Pingan was considered family. Hearing this, Pingan felt a little guilty for tricking them. They then told about the cruelty of the Raksa clan which made them very anti-Raksa. Without knowing it, currently, there are 2 intruders from the Raksa clan who have managed to penetrate the Longman Town inn. Not long after the day of Pingan's reception at the Longman Town inn, Wusheng found many dead citizens. Not far from there, Wusheng and a man found Wuji's bodyguard hiding in a corner where the jug was. That night, the Pingan reception party at the Longman Town inn was still going on. Pingan does not seem to enjoy the event because of his guilt. At the same time, the flute swordsman met Mao Lao from the giant clan. In this battle, they only need to issue 1 attack each. The next day, Pingan was surprised when he saw that Wuji's bodyguards had already been seen at the Longman Town inn. He then thought about his fate which is now definitely being watched by the Raksa clan. He also thinks about his friends who are currently still held hostage. One day, Wuji's bodyguard came to Pingan's room and asked where the fireworks that Wuji had given him. Pingan took Luo somewhere the next day to tell her something. When he felt it was safe enough, he said he had to leave the city. Suddenly, fireworks seemed to erupt above the Longman Town inn. Luo then asked Pingan if he had planned this, but Pingan did not answer. Luo said that she had been suspicious of Pingan from the start. She then expressed her disappointment to him. Meanwhile, the Raksa clan troops were already preparing to attack the Longman Town inn, and it didn't take long for the Raksa clan to get there. The residents of Longman Town inn had then prepared themselves for the battle, and war was inevitable. Meanwhile, the leader of the Raksa clan, Hangzhou, meets a drunken warrior who turns out to be Walong. During the meeting, it was revealed that Walong accidentally killed Hangzhou's pregnant wife in the final battle, and Walong returned the child to Hangzhou. According to Hangzhou's confession, the child was snatched back from his hands when he was a child. Then, his second son, Wuji, said that Walong killed his son when he was little. Walong didn't feel like he had ever done this and was surprised. Hao Tian's child in question turns out to be Pingan. Meanwhile, Pingan finds his two best friends buried. And not only that, but he also found his friends at the Longman Town in dead. And more surprisingly, Walong was also found dead because he was killed by Hao Tian with his own hands. Meanwhile, Pingan also found Luo in a helpless condition. A fierce battle ensues between Hao Tian and Pingan, who is actually his son. Hao Tian was then surprised to see the birthmark on Pingan's body. But before he could say anything, it seemed that Wuji had attacked his own father until he died.
臭小子，你找死
！The fight is currently going on between Wuji and Pingan. Seeing the battle, Luo tried to help him, but she was defeated by Wuji. Wuji then said that he actually pushed Pingan when he was little and confessed to his father that Walong killed him. He told Pingan that as the second child, he felt unappreciated and that's why he tried to get rid of Pingan's tracks. However, when Wuji was caught off guard, Pingan could finally counterattack him, and Wuji died. With Wuji's death, the film ends.